Khabib, it was revealed that he was injured 3 weeks before the fight. He had a foot injury. He also broke 2 of his toes. That was confirmed by Dana White. But the special thing about Khabib, like I said, throughout injuries, throughout anything, he finds a way to win, not to make excuses. And we all know who finds a way to make excuses, AKA Lomachenko. Because while Khabib is finding a way to win with a broken foot, in which he injured 3 weeks before the fight, during the fight, he's getting kicked on that leg. However, like I said, he found a way to win. Meanwhile, we have Lomachenko in the sport of boxing. He stated before the fight, this is the best camp. I'm 100%. I never had a fight where I could display all my skills because I'm always injured. So being healthy is a great thing, and I'm 100% healthy. So it's going to be my best performance. This was a couple weeks before the fight, right? Then after the fight, after he put on a stinker, he landed 7 power punches in 6 rounds. He obviously bring up the injury excuse. When fighters fight through injuries all of the times, including Teo. So, like I said, Khabib, he was getting kicked on the leg. The same leg he had a foot injury. However, he used his disadvantages as his advantages by catching the kick in order to put Justin down, putting him in a triangle choke in no time, effortlessly. Skills pay the bills at the end of the day. Meanwhile, Lomachenko is supposed to be the Matrix. He claims he broke his shoulder when his right hand was the only hand he was throwing the whole night. If he would have said his left hand was injured, that would have made more sense. Like, okay, because, you know, he really wasn't using the left hand all night, especially the first 8 rounds, you know. But to say your right hand is injured, the hand that you actually using, it don't make no sense. Because when Floyd Mayweather broke his hand, remember that? Floyd Mayweather broke his right hand. What he did, he had to switch southpaw, and he started using his left hand all night. Meanwhile, Lomachenko, he want to claim he hurt his right hand, but that's the hand he using. And Lomachenko broke his hands in the past. He broke his hand in the past, and he still found a way to win. Matter of fact, he even started taking more angles after he broke his hand because he had to rely on other attributes. He had to use other tools to pull off the win. But when it came to Teo, like I said, how are you going to injure yourself without throwing punches? The fight was not physical where they were wrestling back and forth for Lomachenko to injure himself in the fight. You got Lomachenko. He posted a picture of his surgery. But like I said, excuses, excuses, excuses. Who gets out of a fight healthy? Who? Nobody gets out of a fight healthy. It's called a fight. You're not supposed to get out of a fight healthy. I don't even get out of a soccer game healthy. Teo even said he wasn't 100% coming into the fight, and he wasn't 100% going out of the fight. You know, fighters fight through injuries all of the times. Lomachenko, he left DNA evidence at the scene of the crime. Whatever he says is debunked by his own statements leading up to the fight because he said he was 100% healthy. If we believe Lomachenko now, then that means he lied in the past. If we believe Lomachenko in the past, 2 weeks before the fight, that means he lied now. So which one is it? Like I said, that's just the hottest excuse out of the oven right now in order to pretty much justify the loss.
I never show my 100% my skill because always it was some little problem. Fight with Linares, I had a problem with my shoulder. If we remember Pedraza, it was my first fight after surgery. And Grola, I broke my hand, but I finished this fight. Some guys finished and said no mas. Now I'm healthy, I'm ready mentally for this fight, and I want to win. It will be best fight in my pro career. I will put all my skill on the table. I think it will be a very great fight.
So Lomachenko, he came out stating that he wanted the rematch with Teo. He stated, I don't like him. He really wanted the rematch because he felt like he could do more and he wasn't 100% ready because of his injury that he sustained before the fight or during the fight. We don't know. You know, it's like another Pacquiao saga. Now, Before I get to what he had to say in the quotes, first of all, you guys got to remember, if I don't like you or vice versa, and you see somebody that you don't like and you've been telling the public you don't like him and he's been talking crap about you and you told him it's on site, when you see him is on site and you link up with this fella, and once you guys link up, you've been telling the world you don't like this cat, and you telling them, I dare you to push me. He pushes you. Then you tell him, I dare you to punch me. He punch you. Then you tell him, I dare you to punch me again. And he punch you again. You still ain't do nothing about it. After your face is swollen up, you done got a black eye, then you decide to swing back. And that's Lomachenko. If you don't like Teo that much, he should have let his hands go in the ring from round 1 to 2 or 3. He shouldn't have waited to the 8th round to let his hands go. If you don't like a fella, you swing on a fella. You don't show him too much respect. I mean, regardless of what Lomachenko says, he have tremendous respect for Teo. Now, I don't know if that was the case before the fight, but during the fight, he definitely had a different amount of respect for Teo, because remember, he had no rematch clause. He was the A side. He could have had a rematch clause on the table, but he didn't have no rematch clause because he felt like, man, this man is not on my level. And he quickly found out that wasn't the case. He quickly found out everything Teo Sr. told him was real. So it's mind-boggling to me that Lomachenko is making all these ridiculous statements when, like I said, fight night, he didn't even let his hands go. And then he talking about he got a shoulder injury and stuff like that. I mean, what sense does that make? Let me give you guys his quotes. Getting closer was quite a challenge. The size, the reach played a huge role. I would like to apologize to everyone. Apologize to my team, and thank you to all of the supporters. He also admitted that the potential rematch against Lopez is out of his hands. It depends on him, said Lomachenko. If he can give me a rematch, then of course I'm ready. So he never congratulated Lopez. He never told Teo, congratulations on the tremendous victory you had, but he expected Teo to give him a second chance. When he didn't even congratulate Teo, he showed him no type of respect after the fight. If you go back and watch the post-fight, Teo, he walked up to my man, Lomachenko, and I don't know exactly what he told him, but you could tell he was trying to squash the beef they had. He letting them know it's just business at the end of the day. You was one of the best. It's the reason why I wanted to fight you. You know what I'm saying? But Lomachenko didn't even say nothing at all to him. Like, he smirked. And Teo was like, you know what? Well, forget him. I just beat your ass. I took all your belts. Keep your respect in your pocket. I don't want it. Teo pretty much earned his respect. So now he want a rematch, and he's doing the same thing Pacquiao did. You can't do that. I told you guys before, Lomachenko, he said his favorite fighter, or he dreamed to be as great as Manny Pacquiao. So what did he do? He utilized Pacquiao's greatest excuse, which is the shoulder excuse. So he should hit up Pacquiao instead of doing a surgery and all that extra stuff that he don't need. Tell Pacquiao, where is the sea? Where is the ocean you swam at in order to heal your shoulder with the salt water? That's what Lomachenko should be doing right now, because this is nothing but a bunch of excuses. Remember, guys, it was Lomachenko who said before the fight, like a week or two before the fight, I'm 100%. I never had a training camp that went as smooth as this one. Every time there's an injury, every time there's a hiccup, little things here and there. But this training camp, he said out of his own mouth, he's healthy and he's 100%. All of a sudden, right after the fight, the man forgot that he said that on camera right before the fight. He left DNA evidence at the scene of the crime. So that excuse holds no weight. You can't even use that excuse. We're going to talk about it more so in a little bit. Hopefully, I'm going to say hopefully, ESPN comes out on First Take and they talk about this excuse by Lomachenko. And hopefully, since they have the footage, they showed the clip of Lomachenko admitting before the fight.
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
I bear
witness there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the Bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.